Welcome children, after a long gap we have to be start online classes. I hope 9th standard classes alone absence, yes. So but today we are going to be start 9th standard lessons. Today we are going to be start from the civics. Okay, civics. What do you mean by civics? Civics is a subject. It's deal about the government, people and their community, society, all those things. Do you know children, the word civics, the word civics is derived from the word citizen. Citizen means a person belongs to a city. Okay, so if a person belongs to the city, what are all the rights, what are all the duties he is having to do in that city? So that is discussed in civics. Okay. So next, what topic we are going to be discuss? We are going to be discuss about forms of government and democracy. Forms of government and democracy. Okay. So different forms of government existed till date. Many governments are ruled in and around of the world. And the most important form of government, most accepted and most followed government in modern days is democracy. Okay, let me discuss the topic later. Now we must know about what is government, what is the importance of government, what is the use of government, what happens if there is no government. We cannot imagine in modern days, especially in this situation, if there is the absence of government, what will happen? There is no more. First of all, what is the situation? So nowadays, nearly 6 months, so the whole world is in the panic. What is the reason for the panic? The pandemic. What pandemic? The corona. The corona affected, moreover, all world countries. So what is the related with the corona as well as government? The corona is a pandemic disease. So government take a lot of effort to protect the people from those who are suffer or going to be suffer. So they have to be lot of effort. They providing medical facilities. So who will provide medical facilities? Yes, we can become ourselves as a doctor, we can become ourselves as all profession. No, a particular person, that particular person guided by the government, that person can be treated. So the guiding person, the guiding, who will guide? The government will guide. How in our house our father and mother guide us, like a way school, the teachers guide us, like a way in a country, the government will guide us. Through the guidance, we will get all our benefits. If there is absence of government, we cannot get anything. That is reality. For another one example, now in recent days, a military conflict occurred between India and China. In the time, there is no government and all. What will happen? The Chinese army enter into India. They will maximum occupy some of our territory. But we have a government, a strong government. That's why we have to be retaliate the Chinese troops. Like a way, the road, transport, education, food supply, and many facilities we have to be get after the government's existence. Okay, so the government, how this government is existence in modern world? Yes, modern world only we are giving government. No, when the human started to settle the life from the day onwards, when the human started to settle the life from the new stone age, the new stone age is an example of the people to started a settled life. Yes. In before, they have to follow a life of nomadic life. They have to be no conscious about the settlement, because wherever food available, they have to be go beyond the area and they have to be collect and eat. They lived in a forest, cave or somewhere else. But after the concept of agriculture, they have to be started settled life. After settled one place, followed by several people settled, later a society is developed. The society after, they have to be developed their own government. In that, for Tamil, we have know about the Aanirai Kavaradal. Aanirai Kavaradal means if a ruler want to be occupy another territory, they simply carry out all the cattle those who are having in one region. That is called the Aanirai Kavaradal. Later, those who are lost their cattle, they went to attack whoever captured the cattle. That is called Vahai. Okay, so this is the way they have to be challenging the power. Challenging the power. Okay, so this is the way the government are executed their power and authority. Another one concept in Aswamedha Yaga. Aswa means horse. That horse was sent out by enemy country, by the rulers. If that horse was captured by the opponent countries, it is shows that country is ready to war. Otherwise, they have to be freely allow the horse to move around the state and return back to the where it come. It shows that they accept the authority of the king. So this is the way the government enacted and they have to be executed their power and authority. Okay, so this is the way the government are originated in India as well as the world. From modern days, the democracy is the most welcome and most following concept in a world. So what are the other type of government existed in the world and all? First we are going to be discuss aristocracy. The highly influenced groups in a society called aristocrats. Aristocrats mean they only able to make decision of the belongings. Okay, so gracy means rule. So aristocracy means the highly influenced people have to be follow the system of government is called aristocracy. In the aristocracy, the nobility, the nobles are the highest authority. The example of the aristocratic form of government is United Kingdom. Yes. So United Kingdom is called Mother of Parliament. Yes, nowadays most of the countries following democracy. What kind of democracy and all? The Westminster form of government. The Westminster is a government is practiced or followed in England. So next form of government is, next example is Spain. Okay, so aristocracy, the authority is held by nobilities. Okay, next type of government is monarchy. Monarchy means a single person who had supported by the people of the country. The king or a queen ruled the country with the assistance of courtiers. Courtier means several ministers are advised and supported the king or a queen. That is called monarchy. Mono means single, archy means rule, a single rule. But here, what is the importance? He was supported by several ministers. That ministers are called courtiers. Okay, so this kind of government now modern days also existed in Bhutan, Oman as well as Qatar. Okay, so next form of government is autocracy. Auto, self-rule. Who can have a self-rule? The self-rule followed by one of the ruler never mind about the other's opinion, never mind about his surrounding persons. Himself he order, himself he control. That is called autocracy. It may be called, it is a similar to the dictatorship. The rule may be a tyrannical rule. The rule may be a tyranny, very tyrannic, because he never mind about the welfare of the people. He only want to protect the government. As the government is ordered and followed by his words and his commands. For example of the autocracy is North Korea. Yes, recently the North Korea is very popular regarding the ruler. Yes, King Wang-un is the ruler of the North Korea. But another one example is there, Saudi Arabia. But Saudi Arabia is different. Nowadays the Saudi Arabia provide relaxing several its rules and regulation. Yes, the women's also getting voting right, as well as they are able to get a driving license. Like a way, several ways they have to be relaxing. But in North Korea, there is no information what happened in Korea we cannot receive, because all the facts they have to be controlled themselves. So it is called as iron curtain countries. Iron curtain, they have to be stop all the information to from the North Korea to other countries. They have to be isolated simply. Next, oligarchy. Oligarchy means here group rule. Group rule means not among many people, very few people, they have to be discussed themselves and to rule the country is called oligarchy. The oligarchy form of government once existed in former USSR, nowadays called Russia, that once called as USSR, United Socialist Soviet Russia. Okay, that is the example of oligarchy, but it was break after 1991. Okay, so the Russia now declared they are the first country to tested Covaxin. Okay, so next China. China also example of oligarchy form of government. So next form of government is theocracy. Theocracy, what do you mean by theo? Theo means God. And the name of the God, and the name of a God, a country is governed by, in the sense that is called a theocracy. Here the religious doctrines are the major concept of the administration, that is called a theocracy. Here the ruler is called himself as a God. Okay, so that form of government in the world is in Vatican City. Do you know Vatican City? It is the world's smallest country. Vatican City is the world's smallest country. The Pope is the head of the country. Do you know, children? It is surrounded in a capital of a country. Which capital? Italy's capital is Rome. In that Rome itself, it is one of the country is survived. That is a Vatican City. Next form of government is democracy. Democracy means people rule. People are the ruler as well as ruled. Okay, so we will discuss detail. Okay, so just now we skip to the democracy and we going to be discuss about a republic. Republic, what do you mean by republic? Yes, we going to be celebrate January 26 every year as a republic. What is a republic? Republic means the people have a supreme power. People have a supreme power. What power we are having? What power we are having? Yes, we are having a supreme power. What is the supreme power? The constitution is the supreme power. The republican form of government is ruled on the name of a constitution. Nothing beyond the constitution. No ruler can not act beyond the constitution. That is called a republican form of government. Okay, the republican form of government are followed in USA as well as Austria. Okay, so these are all the form of government existed. Some of them extinct, few of them still existent. Okay, so in this class we have to learn about the forms of government and democracy. In it we have to be discussed what is government and what is aristocracy, what is monarchy, what is autocracy, and what is oligarchy and theocracy, then democracy and republic. Okay, so next we are going to be discuss